If we could live in this moment and just hold it.
Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Lady of the Throne, Astrology, where God dwells within me as me. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome to all new future potential subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here today with me and for listening to your messages. I'm going to start off by telling you about the moon energy in December, and then I'll get into your guidance. So Virgo, for December, the new moon comes in first, right? At the very beginning of the month, December 1st, around that time. So this has passed by now. And but I want to help you with the energy so that you can understand it. The new moon in Sagittarius, sorry. The new moon in Sagittarius came through. And a new moon in Sagittarius is really all about higher learning, education, spiritual journeys, Jupiter, destinies, all of that is involved. And so for all 12 zodiac signs, that new moon energy is affecting like everybody, and a lot of people are seeking out higher knowledge. They're seeking out more information. They're seeking out education. They want to learn more from a trusted source. So you could be a part of that group of people who are trying to learn things. You could be a student of life at this time. You could be learning just something new. You could be reading. You could be, more interested in reading books or things like that. So it's like you are someone who's definitely trying to figure things out. I do see that of all 12 zodiac signs, you're the ones who are more focused on really learning things. You, out of everybody, I think the new moon in Sagittarius really I think the new moon in Sagittarius truly affects you the most. More than the full moon, the new moon affected you more because it puts you in that student seat to really learn things. And I think your curiosity is definitely peaked and it's really high. Now, moving on to the mid-month point, that is when we get to the full moon in Gemini. So think about it. Think about Gemini attributes. Communicators, visionaries. They are also, it's all about social groups, friendships, circles, not just you and another person, but you and a group of people. Full moons bring in release, letting go, removing things. So think about those attributes and how that could be affecting your life. Some of you may be needing to release a group of people in the month of December. You may actually be doing that, or if you don't do it, then the universe comes in to do it. And it's just something that every zodiac sign can experience in different ways. Or you may decide to cut off communication with someone, or it's just something like that may come up here, is what I'm getting. For you guys, it's going to be definitely something about social groups. That's what I'm getting stronger for the sign of Virgo. You may be deciding to cut ties that you had with any type of group of people or organized system that you were a part of. So let's see here. More specifically for your sign, that's what this month of December is really about. That's the first message that I got, is let go, or you're letting go. And like I said, it's not just letting go of a person or one thing or one idea or one situation. It's like a whole thing. It's this big thing. It's you having to completely walk away from something. And you could have been holding on to this thing or this person, or these people. You could have been holding on to like this group or this some type of organization or company. You could have been holding on to it for a while, or a certain position for a while. But I think you know that it's time for you to release it, because there's something like a stronghold that may have kept you bound to something. So a stronghold can show up in different ways, but usually when you think about what a stronghold truly is, for me, the first thing I think about is like the stronghold of Satan, the stronghold of the devil. That's what I think about when I hear that. So I feel like there is something that tried to keep you stuck, that was coming from a low vibrational energy, which is definitely something straight from hell. And I think that it tried to keep you stuck. I think it tried to make you feel like you need to hold on to something. And it could have influenced your actions. It could have influenced your decisions. It could have influenced the way you operate in the world. It could have influenced things that you have done to other people. It could have influenced the way you have treated a particular group of people, or the ideas or thoughts that you may have come up with, or the thoughts that you may have toward a particular group of people. So it did something to you, and it kept you. It's like it held you hostage. But that's the thing, when you are under an influence like that, a stronghold, you don't always realize that that's a stronghold, and that's what is the appropriate thing to call it. You don't realize that that's what it is when you are having fun. You don't realize that that's what it is when you're under temptation. You don't realize that that's what it is when you're being easily influenced by the wrong things. You don't realize that that's what it is when you're indulging in vices, or when you're doing things that you know are out of character for you, or when you are doing things purposely to get reactions. Whatever it is, honestly, it could be like whatever. But when that happens after the fact. You don't really learn your lesson from the situation until after something happens, in order for God to open your eyes to see that what you were engaging in, indulging in, or doing was leading you down the wrong path the whole time, even though it could have felt very fun to be doing it, and it could have felt like it was right at that moment, because you were, it was just like, it's that kind of guilty fun, guilty pleasure. Like, that's what I meant to say. It's like a guilty pleasure. But God is stepping in now to show to you that you deserve to be an individual now. You deserve to be yourself, and like not conform to what society wants you to be, or what people that you were like joining together with wanted you to be, or expected for you to be. It's like you are taking your own power back as yourself, and you're saying, I don't think that I should be a part of this anymore. I don't feel like this is for me. I don't think that this is right. I don't think that this is where I'm supposed to be, or where God wants me to be. I think that it's time for me to disengage, disconnect, let it go, move on. It's time for me to give up, something. So there is an energy where you're like, you know what, I don't want to be a follower of the crowd anymore. I want to do my own thing. And you can now. You can definitely do your thing. You have learned that, some of the best decisions that you could ever make is to be alone or to go about things alone. You don't really need people holding you hostage to what they have planned for your life, right? Other people may have put you in a certain spotlight, or could have put you in a certain pedestal, or could have put expectations on you to be a certain way or to do a certain thing. There's another zodiac sign that got this as well. I think it was Gemini. And in December, that's the things that you and Gemini are going to have in common, is that when you realize and you sit back in December and you think about, at some point in the month, and you really think about what you were really involved in, and like what was really happening behind the scenes, you didn't realize what was actually happening behind the scenes. Let me use an example for you. Let's just say, like, you work for a company or corporation or business or something like that, right? And they're the ones, funding you. They're the ones paying you. They're the ones helping you. They're, whatever. They're the ones providing a lifestyle for you. They're the ones getting your bills paid and things like that, right? And you could have been with them for a long time. But they had made some type of negotiations with you, or made some type of contract for you, or did some type of agreement with you and said, okay, well, you can be like this independent contractor, but of course you're still our independent contractor, which means that the things that we want you to do, you still have to do it, right? But what they're trying to get you to do, it goes against what you want and what you believe in. But when the money starts to come in and you start getting a lot of money to do this particular thing along with other people who said that they would do it for the money or the extra money, right? Then that's when things started to reveal itself. And at first it was fun. You and these people were making money from it. You guys had a ball. You guys had a real true ball. You guys were like, enjoying how it felt to get together with other people and do a certain thing, right? Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Not for you. Not anymore. Now you have realized what was actually happening in the background. You realize that you actually got cheated out of something from the very people who got you to join in, right? If you're an independent contractor, right, where you have a lot of flexibility, you have some type of, say so a little bit, right? You feel like you do, because if you're an independent contractor, that means you can set your own hours type of thing. So you can decide how much you want to invest into the matter or not. Or you can decide, if you're going to make certain sacrifices in order to get to a certain level of success, right? To have certain accomplishments. And you could have been like, yeah, this sounds cool. I think I'll take that then, right? I'll do the things you guys are telling me to do. And I know it's cool because I'm going to get some money out of this, but it does go against me and my freedom. It goes against like me being myself. It's like I can join you guys in doing something that I know is, not really right, or is not aligning with my lifestyle, or it doesn't align with my schedule. But you did it, and then it became fun because the people that you were doing this with, your other colleagues or other people around you, everybody was having a ball because you guys were making a lot of money, and you had the ability to like have a little bit of wiggle room, like a little bit of say-so in the situation, right? But now you just feel played. Now you feel so played because it's like, I invested all of this for you guys, and I did all of these things, right? I even did things for you that I normally wouldn't do. I even, really took it there in a situation where the whole time these people weren't telling you certain things. They weren't really telling you what you're really getting involved in and what could really happen as a consequence, and how serious something is, or maybe how maybe you didn't realize that, see, while everybody was having fun, the money was coming through, it was fun. But then once everybody started to look into something, it's like, wait a minute, they only pay us X amount of money to do something like this, and at the end of it all that I received is just like extra money. I didn't get respect for it. I didn't get appreciation for it. I didn't get honor for it. I didn't get anything for really doing this for real. And not only that, but it was actually something that went against my own morals. It was actually something that went against how I really feel. And now I'm being seen along with these people as a joke to people on the outside. Because everybody on the outside is looking at all of us like, yeah, we saw you guys having fun, but now that this is all over with, right? Now that this little gig has, the gig is up, what are you going to do now? Right? Like, that's the question now. Like, well, what are you going to do now? So then it's like the only thing that you're left to do, Virgo, in the situation is to rebel against the people that you were once with. Is now that you've seen how something has affected other people's lives and how other people are affected by this same thing, that like at one point it was all gravy, but now you see how this has affected and impacted everybody's lives, including yourself. You're like, oh no, I should have never done that. That was stupid of me to even do this. It was cool for the extra money, right? That day, but now what? Now I gotta, get with the temp agency, or I gotta do this. It's just like, damn, I gotta go figure this out now. I gotta, so now people see you going against this whole thing. Now people see you like really saying, oh, heck no, I think I made the wrong decision to put myself in a situation where even these people knew that I was getting cheated out of something, or I was being persuaded to do something that would not lead to me feeling proud of it. So, man, this is interesting. Now this is coming to me, all of this. Just know that you can walk away from an entire group of people and still be yourself. You don't have to because think about it, if you're an independent contractor, that means you can be one in any place. I just think that you chose the wrong side, you chose the wrong group, you chose the wrong thing to do. That's like saying that you are an electrician, and that's like a higher level degree. You can take that, and you as an engineer, I don't know if I said electrician or what, but I meant to say engineer. You can take that somewhere else. You don't have to deal with that type of company, or that type of situation. You can take that same skill set somewhere else and get the real flexibility that you really want. It's just probably not going to be in the type of industry that you thought, or maybe the type of it's just something is gonna have to change, because it's time. Something had control over you for too long. Something just kept making you do certain things that you really, deep down inside, you really didn't want to do it from the beginning. That's the crazy part. Deep down inside, you did not want to do it from the beginning. You did not feel comfortable with having to give up who you are to fit what some other people wanted you to be. You knew that, but you did it for money. You did it, just to keep things going for yourself. But you realize now you no longer need that. Now you don't need to depend on, this situation in order for you to bring in certain things for your life. You realize that if you're going to work hard doing something that doesn't stand for you, you can work hard on your own and do something that does stand for you and who you are. You don't have to be in a different suit just to be accepted, So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what this is about for December. You guys realizing something really important in something really major about some type of negotiation, contract, deal, company, organization, society, group, whatever. Like, whatever it is, you're just like, you know what? No. I just really can't be a part of it anymore. I think I really am done with it, because I didn't know that the outcome would be that way for me. So that's what it sounds like. And that's all I have. Thank you. God bless.